You got the classic underdog match here where it would just be a huge upset if they were able to come through and take this best of 3. But we are going to be getting into the pistol round here straight off the bat. And it is going to be HellRaisers actually going for 3 on B early on. 3 on B early on. Angel actually spotting out the pressure coming in here from Fnatic. Fnatic only a couple of days to work with, but they do have a smoke on Flusha. And this is going to be starting off pretty strong here for HellRaisers, actually managing to trade up until all of a sudden Flusha and JW walk in and get the 2 kills.
Olofmeister going to pick up that kill on Dosha, so there are 2 men up now on the Fnatic side. The bomb is going to go down, and Kucha and Mu, they're miles away from the action as well. This is not good. They're coming in from either angle as well, so they're going to have almost no chance to do this. Mu trying to be clever and actually jump to look over the smoke and get a kill at the back of side. That's a pretty good idea, but Flusha is also covering right by the tree in that nook, and this is pretty much unwinnable at this point. HellRaisers might as well try and look for a couple of exits. Maybe they could steal a Tech 9 and use it for next round. There's not a lot else that they could do. There's Mo going down. Flusha going to pick up the double kill, and Kucha's waiting out here, trying to go for the pre-fire. We'll finish off Crims. 1 bullet left here. Oh, actually, a couple left in the 5-7, and we'll take down Olofmeister. So at least a couple of exits. But Fnatic will comfortably win that pistol round. No issue at all.
And that is not the start that HellRaisers were looking for. That is certainly not where this is supposed to go. They need to be picking up that pistol round. They need to be getting off to a strong start versus the Swedes, at least making them suffer a little bit, making them work. I mean, it was close with 2 members surviving, but with 2 members surviving, that's not a situation that Fnatic will lose. If you get into a 2-on-1 versus Fnatic, the team play, the communication between these 2 teams, they are so on point. It's like they're mind reading each other, basically. So it's a nigh impossible play, basically, for HellRaisers to make. So HellRaisers, this time around, they elect to go for the Helmet Kevlar buy with the pistols as well. So they are investing, they are going for the Force in the 2nd round. We've seen them experiment a little bit with holding off on that, but it seems like in this situation, they'd want to just put the pressure on Fnatic and keep them under the gun.
Yeah, and that's, I think, a very reasonable idea. I mean, might as well. You're playing them on their best map. You have to take a couple of risks. You have to try a little bit here. And early smokes being purchased, and obviously all the armor here as well on the HellRaisers side means I think you're going to have to try and struggle a little bit to get into a bomb site. And I do love the fact that Kuch is playing up in apps. The only thing is, it's a bit weird that he's got the kit up there, which means if he dies, the kit's going to be miles away from his teammates. Almost wish they would have switched it up just a little bit, but Mu is holding over here with the 5-7 in hand. And it's actually going to fall back really quickly. I mean, this clock is running somewhat low for Fnatic now by their standards. 35 seconds left. Yeah, and they've left Crims behind to lurk. It looks like now Fnatic are trying to work their way back around towards that B site. And you have JW kind of clearing out the close angles already, getting some information for his team. The rotation has come out, so it's going to be a bit dangerous for him. Angel trying to put shots through that smoke. Crims picks off a rotator. That's Mo who's going to get caught at Arch, and JW getting shot in the back, but he still lives. And that makes all the difference in the world. Fnatic, a clean take onto this site. Kucher will take out Crims the lurker, but this is now, again, Fnatic with the massive advantage, and they're already out and hunting HellRaisers. They're already getting on top of them. Well, 2nd round in here, and it's only going to be Crims who's dead yet. Idren going to be the last man standing. 1v3 does pick off a kill at the end, making it slightly expensive for Fnatic, and I mean, that's all he can really hope to do at this point. Save the 5-7 and the armor, maybe, if it goes really wild. Flusha out hunting. JW's very low on health, so he's not going to be hunting anyone down, but Adren could actually get the kill here. Looking for it in the corner. Great headshot. Picks up the AK and will survive the round as well. That's a huge win. 3 people going down on Fnatic, and AK and armor saved. Let's see how far they can push it in this 3rd round, because obviously 1 AK in the right spot could be enough. It could be real close. Exactly, that's the thing. We've seen it happen in Banana as well, in these constricted portions of the map, basically where you're walking into a choke on the T side. Now you have to worry about potentially there being an AK there to greet you, where you're expecting pistols, you're expecting to run into a P250 or something along the like. You could get sprayed down in a hail of bullets. So now Fnatic are going to have to take just a little bit longer here to make sure that they don't actually get caught in that trap. As far as they're concerned, they've left 1 lurker. They're going, again, for like a very kind of stable Fnatic style of play, which is going to be 1 lurking off on the side, 4 grouped up in this killing kind of death ball. And, well, Crims getting the entry frag, that helps as well. Yeah, and they're going to have JW lead the charge, which means if he runs into a crazy stack somewhere, fine. He dies with a pistol, but they know where the stack is. It's sort of a risk-free investment, really, sacrificing JW. He's not even dead yet. Kucha will go down in the pit. That's Olofmeister with another SMG kill, 2 right now in this round, which means he's going to have a lot of money to work with, which is great because Fnatic lost a lot of players last round. They want to make sure that they build that bank up a little bit more. And Olof is actually looking for a third kill here on Doja, who has no armor either. So it's going to be a bit tough here. Doja, even though he gets the first shot, he still goes down for the triple on Olofmeister. So that's going to leave Adren now.
That MP7 so strong as well. You can see with the AD doesn't really affect his aim much. I mean, they've tightened up how accurate that gun is when on the move. And of course, now it's a viable option to go for when you're dealing with these kinds of anti-ecos. Even versus a buy, you have some players actually sticking with MP7s and UMPs. So not bothering to upgrade. And Adrian, oh, he looks away, and he doesn't manage to adjust his aim in time. Flusha gets that headshot on him, so he won't be able to save the AK going into this next round. That means he's only going to have, he's going to have 4850 for himself, so that's actually not too bad. He'll be able to get a couple of nades behind this, but he could have had a free gun there. He could have had a full set of gear going into this round, so that's a little bit unfortunate for him.
Well, the fourth round is coming up now. And it's going to be interesting to see what HellRaisers can do. They don't have a lot, really. Actually, only 3 smokes to start off with. That is very limited. I'm wondering how they ended up in such a bad position, because they're supposed to have 5 at this point. One of them goes down to the center of Banana, but that's not going to stop Fnatic. They're already on the other side, waiting at the edge of the Molotov here. Pre-fire comes through, and JW will open up with a kill. Days down to 28 health, but doesn't matter. Pronax to follow up and takes out Doja. Not a good start right here for HellRaisers.
Yeah, and Adrian, he does catch out Olofmeister, but that's not going to be good enough in this situation. It's almost to a point where unless HellRaisers can get a kill right now within the next couple of seconds, they're going to have to back off and try and hold on to these guns, because getting into that B site with 4 players alive for Fnatic, it's too hard. But what a play from Fnatic as well. HellRaisers just a little bit too late with that smoke, but the important thing is that Fnatic are also now starting to use that aggressive take with the Molotovs at top Banana to just get control of that portion of the map. Whether you have a smoke down or not, you cannot actually stay there on the CT side and hope to live, because it's just a lake of fire, and it's soon to be filled with bullets as well, because Fnatic are just pushing up behind those mollies. So far, just a perfect kind of strategy to come out there for Fnatic, basically, to get this key round away from HellRaisers.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if HellRaisers, I think they might have actually been moving out Banana to try and set up for a pop flash or something like that, because I think the problem is, otherwise it doesn't make any sense, because then they were really just engaging one at a time. So I think there was an attempt to set up something, and then it just happened that JW was right at the corner at the right time. And they probably thought that wasn't going to be the case, because that smoke was down. You know, they already put the smoke down center Banana. So I think they had a different thing in mind. So a little bit of an upset there. 5th round coming up now, and we'll see if HellRaisers can change their style just a little bit here. They need to start winning right now.
And there's the Molotov, basically. They hold out that angle that Angel's in. He has to back off now. He can't hold close and get free information by holding his knife in his hand and just shoulder peeking constantly, or having a nade in his hand. It's a fairly safe way to just peek into Banana, this angle that Flusha is holding now. That's where Angel would be dancing. He gets forced out of there because of that Molotov. And so Fnatic, they just get even more room to move, because at the same time, they're taking over apartments. They're taking over top mid. Now they've got all the map control that they could want. Now it's up to them just basically going through their playbook and saying, okay, this is what we want to go for right now.
Bit of damage being put out here. Just a tiny bit, in fact, onto Crims, while Adren is gone in the beginning of the round, which means HellRaisers, once again, do not have a good start set currently. Interested to see if we're going to see a kind of a smoke strat from second mid here. Pronax, I think, is setting up for something, so probably going to be a smoke towards pit, kind of where Kucha's holding, actually. So he might have to change his position, which is very bad. You don't want to be changing your position when the enemy come in, and there's Moo picking up a good kill there. Flusha goes down with the bomb. Olofmeister with a double return, though. Angel and Kucha are gone. Moo taking one more double and a triple. Takes down JW, and now it's Crims finally with the return, but Doja, I mean, we talked about him as a star player. Now he's really going to have to show what he's worth here in this difficult clutch 1v2.
A really clever play here. He's going to have just enough bullets for 1 full mag with this M4, and Pronax is dangerously low. So Pronax actually, because he's the low one, he's peeking out to get the info. He's like, okay, take the risk, look at long, see if Doja's there, and then we leave Crims, who's got full HP, to clutch it if I go down. The thing is, that's not going to be necessary in this case. Doja has elected to just hold on to his AK. He realizes that with one guy in the pit, there's going to be this kind of crossfire. He doesn't realize that there's going to be 2 waiting in pit for him, but still, the chance of there being 1 man in the pit, 1 man on the site, it's almost an impossible angle to walk in for Doja to actually think about, being able to pick up both of those kills and the defuse.
It's a great sequence from Moo here. I mean, if Olofmeister hadn't come in from the apartments and just taken out 2 people, that would have been an easy round for HellRaisers. They need a little bit more. So far, Angel and Doja haven't killed anyone yet, and we're just starting the 6th round. So that's also a bit of an issue, but they have been sort of overrun. It's been really tough. Fnatic keep getting the entry frags, and especially T-side Inferno those entry frags are worth their weight in gold.
And that's where, you know, the thing is, look at Fnatic right now. They're making sure that HellRaisers are under pressure at this B site. They're making sure, like, hey, we know you're struggling right now. We know you're having a bit of a rough start. So we're just going to make sure that, you don't get any confidence over here. We're just going to make sure that you've constantly got a little bit of the fear of God in you right now.
Speaking of gods, JW's picked up an AWP and is already, going to be wielding that sniper rifle. It's always a bit uncomfortable when you're playing up against him. I mean, he's had some good shots already this tournament, actually.
JW, yeah. With the AWP, he's come a bit farther than Kenny, I think. Kenny is still definitely struggling right now. JW seems to have recovered a little bit of his old form. And that's also, you know, when you've got the likes of Olofmeister, Crims, everybody there with you, basically to back you, it's definitely a pretty healthy situation for him.
They don't have any, well, they have only a few flashbangs left, and they're on Angel. Moo gonna get the one trade in there, and Adren holding in Pit. They have so few grenades, HellRaisers. They can't really do much to stop them, though. Fnatic are gonna swap through Archway and to CT spawner, which was the B-bomb site where... Oh, that's an angle if I've ever seen one. Crims, how did he see that? Doja finally is going to take down Olofmeister, but now he has to go huge in the backline. He actually hits that headshot, almost going to get a double kill there. Look at Flusher and Crims, how low they are. So this is a 2v3, but this is definitely doable. HellRaisers.
And they get that bomb plant with 8 seconds left. Fnatic, they're going to get the info. They spot the man out in CT now. And does JW really take the risk and stand up? Yes, he does. And Kucha gets the headshot to punish. And this is now going to become so difficult because Adrian finds the kill on the Flusha, who was holding behind new boxes. This now comes down to Crims. He's got 10 HP to work with. It's not a whole lot. He needs to get that kill right off the bat, but it's going to draw out too long. And there we go. HellRaisers, they're on the board.
Yeah, nicely done. 2v3 retake. JW, you're right, taking a bit of a risk, standing up. He was doing it with any real health left, and he ends up going down for his effort. So going to be into the 7th round now. Lots of money on Fnatic. Look at that. Pronex or bank of over 10,000 at the beginning of that round. Even buying all of that, even using, so it was like 14,000 at the beginning. That is ridiculous, and obviously going to be a big help to them going into the later stages here. HellRaisers just have to train together so many rounds at this point to have any chance of stopping Fnatic. The only thing that really I can really say right now is sort of a silver lining for HellRaisers is that throughout this tournament, they've been playing significantly better on T side than they have CT side. They're really struggling on CT side. So let's see what they can do after all. It's going to be Moo picking off a kill on Olofmeister again. So pretty good job there, returning the frag. And this is actually going to make it a bit difficult here for HellRaisers because he misses his smoke. So that's one smoke down on that A site now where they're not going to be able to throw that down to block off mid. So Fnatic can now take control of T if they want to, and you can see them kind of holding these angles. We'll see. Angel, Moo going for some aggression here, trying to get in with the flashes, and they're going to try and get the control back from Fnatic, and they actually do that. So for now, at least, he can even leave Moo there holding that angle in case Olofmeister, Olofmeister's dead now, but JW, if he tries to come back and peek this angle, Moo is once again, he's got the advantage because he's already pre-scoped, already holding. 45 seconds. Fnatic are setting up, but now they are going to speed up behind it. Look at this. Molotov is out as well. In through quad and down in the pit here. Kucha has a big role to play as Angel's already gone down. He has to stand his ground, stay alive, and pick up at least a couple of kills. But he's going to drop. Perfect timing from Crims, and Moo, we can't see a thing. Smoke is everywhere. In fact, he has to run away at this point because Doja is miles away. He has to try and save this gun. Yeah, there's no way that Doja can come in to help him. He's got 16 HP, gets the shot through, but he's stuck in Cubby at this point, so there really is no backing off. As soon as he shows himself, he gets caught. Crims, long range, is going to pick him off. And now it leaves Doja alone. He's going to go and actually pick up the M4 that Adrian dropped. And that's it. This is all he's got to work with at this point in a 1v3. So he's looking to get some exits, trying to make this a bit more expensive for Fnatic. But Fnatic, that's one strength about their play is that they're able to just pounce on the one portion of the map basically that's weak, and then they just kind of pick off the defense from there on out. But it's a true like blitzkrieg moment because what do? They just, you know, oh, you're in the pit, great, we'll just smoke you off. We'll deal with you later. Oh. Yeah, JW catches out Doja as well, so there's no hope of Doja holding onto the AWP or anything at all. Oh, man. I mean, the timing from Crims to come out of apartments as well is just amazing. Because otherwise, Kucha, as long as he's alive in pit, there's always a chance for a retake. You know, even if the bomb goes down because you're smoked off, you can still do something from that pit. But I think once Kucha dies, that seals the deal, and Fnatic are right back in the driver's seat if they weren't already. HellRaisers, a couple of pistols being purchased here, but that is it. This is quickly turning into the Fnatic, just the death show here that we've been expecting pretty much. Yeah, they've got full control on Inferno. T-side has looked fantastic every single round. Nearly it was. If it weren't for just some sick shots basically to bring everybody low on Fnatic for that B site,
they would still be rolling on the T side, I think. So right now, this is the big opportunity for them to push farther. And unfortunately, Mu actually looks away, checks right instead of left, and Olofmeister's going to jump on that opportunity. Picks him up close. And look at that, Olofmeister, he's just got the perfect read on their economy. He's gone for a Mach 10 in this round. So it's like, okay, we know you're going to be on pistols. We know you're not going to have Kevlar, so I'm going to go ahead and farm a little bit more money. I hope you don't mind.
Seems like a reasonable idea. And look at this. Olofmeister's moving all the way into Archway, which means the rest of Fnatic now know there's a stack at B. So, again, a very simple way to use someone who has a fairly sort of minimal impact SMG here, meaning even if Olofmeister died with it, not be a big deal. HellRaisers can steal a Mach 10, and it's not like Fnatic are going to lie awake at night thinking, dreaming about that one. So basically, he just takes a little bit of a risk, and that gives them the round for free here. No chance to run into any kind of stack or anything. Pretty smart.
And now HellRaisers, what do? They're just stuck. They're like, okay, well, do we go in here and risk giving them more money, or do we just try and set up for the exit frags? And that's exactly what they're going to do. You can see them kind of double stacking out here at the exit of apartments. And Doja is going to be able to pick off Pronax, so there's a little bit of a headshot there. We'll see if he can actually get close enough to pick up that gun. Doesn't look likely, though. JW is here holding this angle, and JW is about to get peeked. Could get peeked from second mid. Adrian misses his chance.
Timing is so close, wasn't it? And Crim's holding a little bit back here. He's going to be able to get that kill as well for a triple and make it 6-1, or 7-1, sorry, Fnatic. I mean, this is such a good start for him. I mean, it's not like Fnatic are playing badly CT side either. I mean, this is not like HellRaisers where we can say, oh, the CT side is lacking a little bit. Usually it's quite strong as well. So these 7 rounds are already way beyond the point where Fnatic start to feel comfortable.
They start to feel downright joyous.
Yeah, exactly. This is no armor AWP in the middle, which is always a little bit dangerous in case any kind of grenades comes in. So I'm kind of glad he actually stops at this corner and not just goes all the way for the peak, because you can get yourself killed really quickly like that. Again, standard Molotovs it seems to be now, clearing out top banana and making sure HellRaisers have really nearly no map information at all. They don't know what's happening in middle, they don't know what's happening in banana, they don't know what's happening in apps either, and that's pretty much the whole map.
And that's the issue. You can see Adrian, he backs off on short. He's not going to actually try and push forward to get the info. This is now going to come down to whether HellRaisers can land the shots, because before anything can happen, Fnatic will be on top of a bomb site. So it's literally get the crosshairs on Fnatic, pull the trigger, and get the damage done, because otherwise you're going to get completely overwhelmed. There's no flashes that you're going to be able to throw out in time to stop things. It's going to be just a matter of seconds here, splits, fractions of a second basically, for HellRaisers to react to what Fnatic are going to throw at them. But Fnatic have yet to really try and force the issue. 44 seconds left now in this round, and they have started to move the bomb back towards A mid, so they might try and go through here. Poocher finally starting to try to get some info here, and he's going to spot one man, so that's actually pretty big there.
Right, and the time that's been wasted now from HellRaisers' point of view means they're down to a single smoke, which means that's what Fnatic have accomplished as well, just making sure that they don't have a lot of tools to stop them. With Mu going to pick up a good kill then, but Doja also goes down, and now they're wrapping around again in towards the B bomb site. Angel has to come up big, but he has only a FAMAS and a lot of targets to deal with, and JW's going to end up taking him down. That fountain does not provide a lot of cover. There'll be a bomb plant, and now a 3v3 retake. JW's waiting, Mu's down there, crouching on in, and crouches right into the scope. That's our triple kill for JW. Kucha runs into Olofmeister, and this is not looking good at all.
Well, it's just looking like hell right now for HellRaisers. Nothing going right. Nothing going their way at all. We're going to have a pause coming in after this round as well. That's due to Doja actually timing out. So I think he was dead already, so it's not the end of the world. At least they spot out the lurker. At least Adrian can take this fight. But Olofmeister happens to be the man on the other side of that crosshair, and he's going to get the job done. Another round on the board for Fnatic. And they are right now just looking indomitable. It is looking, at least with how this first half is going in this map, like they are the team that is like fated to take this tournament. They are just going to be the favorite team through and through. Comes down to whether Envy are going to be able to get their heads in the game if they make it that far as well, because Dignitas are going to be hungry. And with how Envy have been a little bit shaky recently, we could even have an upset in that scenario. I think that Dignitas have a much better shot at taking on Envy.
It could be. I mean, if Envy pick Inferno again, I'll be very upset.
It's going to happen.
Hashtag don't pick Inferno.
It's going to happen.
It probably will, wouldn't it? But, I mean, especially if they end up in the finals and pick it against Fnatic, I feel like that would be interesting. A little bit of a pause here, as I think Doja did briefly drop from the server, but he'll be right back, obviously. Just a little bit of confusion in the middle of all of that. But it might make for a nice timeout, I guess, for HellRaisers to try and figure out what are we going to do, how are we going to change this. I mean, so Fnatic are doing a really good job right now controlling top banana, but there's, middle and bottom banana still left. And feel like maybe HellRaisers should try and attack that. You know, yeah, they're going to throw Molotovs at you, but if you throw Molotovs back and grenades and just, you know, cross your fingers, hope for the best, maybe you're going to win that battle, and then you'll have done something. Because right now, it's very obvious that as soon as they concede top banana, Fnatic like, great, this is exactly what we want. Then they go and clear middle and see that there's no one playing towards Canopy, there's no one playing in Ninja Corner. They check that either with HCs or Molotovs. Now they have HellRaisers exactly where they want. They execute and they win, what? 7 out of 8 rounds.
But what's good about you mentioning banana like this, I mean, right now, HellRaisers don't really have any way of knowing that it's only Flusha that's going up there to clear banana. He's throwing a single nade, and he's throwing a Molotov up there to hold off, to cut off CT, and there you go. And it's just like, he's the man who's actually in there. So it could potentially be the weakness that Fnatic are showing right now that HellRaisers could try to exploit, is taking over banana. I'd love to see them go for some kind of mid play as well, or even just putting a man up in second mid into apartments. Shoxy does it all the time on Inferno, right? You go up there, I mean, well, it's been a hallmark of certain players, JW in particular. That used to be his house. He was paying rent on the place, right? You know, like he just came and went as he pleased. And he would go up there constantly, look into second mid, look into mid if he got greedy, but he was getting info for his team and maybe even a pick. So we need to see something like that from HellRaisers right now, because this passive play makes you think that they're playing scared. And as soon as you start doing that, you're out of the game. You have to find a way to just get some confidence back and get into this game to start playing it the way you need to get a win.
Especially because it feels like HellRaisers kind of want to play like semi-aggressive, or they want to do a couple of pop flashes out on banana. So it's like if the beginning of each round involves HellRaisers thinking, okay, let's do that thing we were talking about in practice of like how we control banana, and then they never get that far. Well, let's see. This time they do actually put a couple of grenades down, and the boost up here is a nice idea. That is going to be harder for Fnatic to clear out, which means at least they'll have the mid info for a long time here on HellRaisers' side. And they've managed to put Angel, well, he's going to fall back anyway up here, but they were out banana a little bit.
Oh, and there's a great start. Kucher. And Kucher played excellently yesterday for HellRaisers, so he's able to at least pick up 1 kill before going down. Look at that shot from Mu, though, on the balcony, picks off JW, and we're going to be into that 2-on-2. Angel having already rotated in. Doja making his way into apartments. This is actually a situation that HellRaisers could work with right now, because that bomb, it hasn't been planted yet. They're still looking for the opening. Pronax finally going to go for that smoke on short. He's finally going to be able to get up there, and he's not going for the standard plant. He's going to be planning for Graveyard Pit, so this is actually going to be fairly interesting for him.
Yeah, it absolutely will be. Flusha there, going to end up going down. Doja with a really important kill. Now it's a 2v1. Pronax trying to hold and clutch it here. Gets one with the AK, pre-aims it, but not going to be good enough. Angel will take him down and clutch the round. No doubt about that one. So 7-2. Super important round, but also a round where HellRaisers survived with just a single person, and that is so difficult to deal with.
And I hope that he's going to be able to save that AWP and bring that back to Mu.
I think he will.
Can he make it? Yes, he does. Okay, he makes it to short, and he manages to grab that gun. So this is the important thing here for HellRaisers. They just look at the money right here. It's still going to be touch and go for them.
So that's the first kill Angel had in the game. He's 1-0-8 right now. Yeah, that's a high-impact kill at least, but that is just definitely not good enough.
That's brutal. Yeah, right, high-impact kill. I mean, a 1v1 clutch. We'll let it there, but
yeah,
that's harsh. That is really harsh here for Angel, who's also calling the shots for HellRaisers right now. And look at that, the unscope, how unlucky for Mu. Glass cannon, he gets chased down by JW, but he's just a second too slow, and JW's not going to be able to pick up that kill. So Mu makes it out of dodge, but that was way too close there at the beginning. He nearly gave it up right there in this key round for HellRaisers, because once again, HellRaisers have won a round. Yeah. Now they have to pick up a second one. They have to get something going where they can chain some rounds together, because if they don't, they're back to 1,400 starting money, and Fnatic just keep beating up on them.
Oh, this is a corner that's dangerous. Fnatic has been checking it so many times, hard with grenades as well. So you got to be really careful here. Good damage being dished out, but then Angel takes a grenade in return.
It's practically a fair trade.
Yeah, almost, all right. Just about 50 seconds left now. They head back to the B bomb site, then Doja is there with 1 flashbang and a FAMAS. This smoke is going to clear in just a couple of seconds, which means this is going to get really tough now. I'm really glad now that Angel's coming back here. I think this is a smart call from HellRaisers.
A good read on his part, and
yeah.
he plays it safe as well. He's going to move back through flowers, get into position on spools. But you already have the smokes, the nades. They're all going to come raining in. Close flashbang. That's probably going to catch him out. And Angel just holding down Mouse One, hoping he gets lucky, but nothing is done. His timing is off. Moon takes out JW. That was a lurk on the other side. And Doja, holding close oranges, does the best that he can, but he's not going to manage it. Crimson Pronax clearing up the site and even going so far as to send Olafmeister out into CT to catch the rotator early. Fnatic are 1 step ahead every bit of the way.
Yeah, HellRaisers are being... They're crumbling as well because of the economy here. In a round like that, that smoke fades at around 40 seconds and they've got nothing left, right? Whereas if HellRaisers had a really sick bank, they'd have probably one more smoke and maybe even a Molotov at that point. So then they could have wasted Fnatic's time all day, but they just don't have the economy, which means Fnatic's job is even easier than it normally would be here. And again, there is no information for HellRaisers that any of this is happening until it's happening, and that is the other problem. So it's like a special kind of hell where you've got no money and also you don't know what's going on. And you just can't... How do you get out of that one?
At this point, you're just waiting. When's the next blow going to come down on you?
Yeah.
You just kind of crouch there cowering because that's how it looks right here. HellRaisers, I mean, this round is an eco, but every round nearly they're playing back of the site. They're playing ultra passive, just not getting the info. And that's how, I mean, CT side, you need to know when you can take the risks to take the peak that will allow you to get something to work with, to make that call, to where to stack, put an extra man on a site, these sorts of things. Wow. And Olofmeister just holds down Mouse Wall, picks up a perfect spray down. 3 kills for him. Flusher, though, will fall to Doja, so nice kill there from Doja.
Yeah, 3 kills and 26 bullets from Olofmeister. They didn't even empty the whole clip. That's pretty impressive, because they were all coming in exactly at the same time from quad there. JW jumping and shooting with the Tech 9, and it will be up to Doja to try and hide and stay alive with this AK-47.
And this is good. The Fnatic are already out canvassing the map. They're going to get out here. They do not want to let Doja hold on to this gun. And now it's a question of whether Doja can live, because this AK could make the difference in the next round here for HellRaisers if he can hold on to it, but he misses the spray timing. Just barely lets Crims get past, and then he can't readjust in time. Crims will collect the frag, and we're up to 9 rounds T-side for Fnatic.
I mean, saving that gun means buying more grenades, or maybe dropping for a friend who they can then buy more grenades. It doesn't really matter. It's like the grenades here make such a big difference. 4 HEs on HellRaisers, 5 HEs. Oh yeah, they're gonna be grenading middle here. This is gonna be beautiful. If this really works, then at least we're gonna see a real highlight here. Are we ready? Here come the boom, and it's going to be a lot of damage on, actually. They keep rushing, but no one dead yet. Fnatic, they actually managed to dodge the majority there, and Crims with a double, Flusher with a double. It's a nice attempt from HellRaisers. I'm glad they tried that, but it's not enough.
The outright slaughter, actually, just running into the grinder there. Well, this is now going to be the big round here for HellRaisers. We're well on into the half, approaching the end here in the 13th round, and HellRaisers now finally have, after a couple of rounds of eco and the investment as well, actually investing that much money. Look at Angel. He's only got an incendiary this round. No smoke. Moo, he's nearly glass cannon. He's just got Kevlar and the AWP, so they're very light on nades. Again, an Inferno, CT side, a lot of it, so much of it comes down to having grenades to hold off these choke points. Angel, though, is he going to win the duel here? This would be big, but Flusher is going to find the headshot first.
Double for Flusher indeed, and there's a good kill from Dren. It's going to bring it back to a 3v3, and Kuch are going to be picking off Olofmeister as well. This is looking good. Now is when HellRaisers can afford to play defensively. If you play defensively in the beginning of the round, it's going to be real bad. But if you do it now, it's definitely makes a lot more sense. Yeah.
Especially when you've got this man advantage. You are spreading out, though, and look at this. You already have Pronax sneaking his way up the pit. Needs to get the kill there, but he's not going to do it. Kucher once again coming through for HellRaisers. He picks up that frag, drops that bomb on short. Now life gets very difficult here for Crims, who's going to get caught in a crossfire. They've already rotated Adrian over, and Kucher is still alive in the pit. All 3 of those players, actually, they've just completely canvassed, completely locked down this A site. So for him to be able to get in here, it's just going to take some kind of masterclass, basically, from Crims. He's got the time, at least 40 seconds left, so there is a little bit of time for him to work with. But then all HellRaisers have to do is sit and hold the positions they're in.
Yeah, that's what they're doing right now. I mean, HellRaisers have some practice in doing this, apparently. Triple kill from Kucher then. I mean, once they get the entry, that's why I want them to push. If they push forward and win a fight against Fnatic, if they trade 2 for 1, or if they just get a kill and run back, that's great. Then they can play exactly like they've been playing all game. That's why, I mean, they have a lot of practice in playing this way, because they've very much been doing it from the beginning. But they can't do it like they've been doing, because that plays right into Fnatic's hands, essentially. So something has to change here, and it doesn't seem like it will. Oh, 3 people B, though. That could be a change. And this time, smoke to bottom of banana instead of middle of banana, so trying to push up a little bit here. Molotov, Angel gonna go into the corner, actually jump over. Finally, some aggression. Absolutely loving it.
Yeah, and then on the other side as well, they go for the aggro take on B. They have Moo peeking mid with the AWP. So they were trying to make something happen here, HellRaisers. They were trying to catch Fnatic off guard, finally in the 14th round, seeing if they could just kind of cold clock Gold Clock, rather, Fnatic in the face, but it's not meant to be this time around. They get control of Banana, so they do have that going for them, but Fnatic have also been known to just try and flash their way through these kinds of smokes. If there's only one man on the other side of it, Fnatic could try and take advantage of that. And as the smoke clears, Angel, he has one more smoke, so there is that. And with 50 seconds left, he decides to actually cut it off at Cars, so this is interesting. Now Fnatic are going to be under a little pressure if they decide to come through on this site.
Especially because the fact that it's a car might very well make them think that there's another one waiting behind it. Because if your last smoke, probably you run into B. So they might be thinking, okay, it's 35 seconds, and if they got one more smoke left, that's going to be a big issue. But they seem to have a good count on it, and this is where Pronax and Flusher do. I mean, especially Pronax, I think, is pretty good at these mid-round calls. Has a good idea of what's left on the CT side. They are going to make the rush for it. 2 people defending inside. Angel with a very important kill, taking down Flusher. Next in line is going to be Crims, but they do lose Adrian in the background. So, there is Angel going down as well. Doja now holding M4 in hand, 8 bullets left. It's a 2v3, and there's 10 seconds left. Doja should stay put, don't fight right now. And they win the round automatically here. So, finally, 10-4 in favor of Fnatic, but HellRaisers putting together a couple of rounds.
And they actually get it done, and that is all off a very... Oh, JW takes the peak afterwards, but then again, he should have enough money to rebuy in the next round. He doesn't really care about holding into the AWP. More valuable for him to actually try and get a gun off of HellRaisers with how low HellRaisers are on money.
Aggression on Banana.
Aggression on Banana, aggression in mid with the AWP.
Yeah.
That's what needs to happen.
Really putting just a little bit, just throwing Fnatic a little bit off their game, and that's all it took. So really well done.
I got to point out right now that Crims is the big man over on Fnatic. Again, that stable foundation stone.
Look at this once again. They fight Flusher up there, and they win that battle. If they had done this from the beginning, maybe they would have lost some of the fights and lost some of the rounds, but it wouldn't have been as bad, I think. Now they have a big advantage, and they can play much more defensively. I'd love to see them dive into pit now and just try and wait down there with 1 or 2 people. But Kucha's up here, instant kill on Olaf Meister. Actually, that was Moo picking it up, and Dren going to be taking down Pronax. Angel looking for an opening here as well on Archway. Sprays down and very nearly catches JW. He's on 33 health, but still alive. Still a great round here from HellRaisers, looking much better.
Absolutely. They got that man in Graveyard as well to spot out the man holding on long, so they might even go through here. Looks like Fnatic are going to try and get clever and rotate through CT. They have no idea, but they could push onto the B side and be completely scot-free right now. They have no way of knowing that, though, so it comes down to the read, and they're going to try and peek into mid right here. Doja calmly waiting in underpass is going to find an easy frag onto JW. That leaves Crims all by his lonesome, and Doja with the double kill to end the half. 5 rounds on CT side for HellRaisers. Fnatic, though, ending the round, ending the half with 10. It's hard to get around the fact that that is just a dominant T side basically for Fnatic. There's no kind of like trying to mollify that. You can't really do it.
No, I mean, now it comes down to HellRaisers having the sickest T side of their life. Like we've been saying earlier in this matchup, they do play better on T side right now than they do on CT side. So there's that going on for them.
Yeah.
But now they're also playing a Fnatic team that is super strong on CT side.
Yep.
I don't think that's going to work out. Like, I think it's still going to tilt quite heavily in favor of Fnatic.
It's like not only that, not only do you have like the super strong play on CT side, but one thing to note is that HellRaisers still aren't 100% comfortable with their T side, with what they've been going for, because a lot of these rounds, at least that we've seen on land throughout the group phase, they've been trying to execute onto sites with like 15 seconds left. And a lot of that feels like it's down to indecision, down to people still figuring out where they need to be on the map, at what time, and how to play basically with this new style. So we'll see if they're going to be able to actually bring that to the fore here versus Fnatic, who are definitely not going to leave any kind of mistake unpunished. Fnatic will beat you upside the head with that mistake.
Oh, absolutely. Olaf Meister taking a bit of a fight, but a grenade and a shot from the Tech 9 of Angel, and that's going to be the end of it. Pronax with a great headshot, though, to return on Doja, and it's going to be down to a 4v4 now. A fairly aggressive move early, and a one-way smoke attempt here from JW.
Yeah, this is the Existence smoke as well. Existence loves this one here at Top Banana, and JW goes one step further. He might actually start pushing through here. And now HellRaisers, they have to check these angles. They might have checked it earlier and they might have cleared this out, but now JW trying to bank on the fact that they might let their guard down, thinking, well, nobody was behind sandbags now, no need to check, right? All we have to do is focus on the site. He may be able to get a free kill on a Moo.
They're going to look, it looks like they will, and JW goes down. Moo with a very well played round there. Crim's going to take down one, but he gets body shot as well. He's got no armor, so the aim punch is out of control. Angel picks up a second kill, and Pronax wants to catch him reloading, but not going to happen. Instead, it's now a 2v3, and they're rotating back towards the bomb site. Great call coming out here from Angel. Definitely a very good idea.
Angel is the one holding off the rear guard, basically. He is just doing the best that he can. Look at all the time that he bought. He doesn't get a kill, but he still slowed them down, and he did tremendous damage to Pronax and Flusha, both. Pronax down to 17 HP going into this retake. Flusha has a kit, though, so they have a little bit of time to work with, but they have to find the remaining 2 members here quickly. Hadron taking this fight does turn it into a 1-for-1, but then Pronax still so low on HP.
Yeah, this is really scary, and I think he knows as well. Kucha gonna come for it here. Pronax jumping under the side with the Tech 9. One headshot would be all it took, but there it is. Kucha to pick it up, and HellRaisers win the pistol on the second half, and you can see a couple of high fives there. Kucha bringing them out. Oh, man.
It is so sick in here as well, guys, because this is a gigantic amphitheater, and not only the first level is full, the second level as well. I think Nico just waved at me. He's like up on the second one with Pimp and everybody else. But all right, so yeah, man, this place is packed. It is so sick to see such a huge crowd here in France. First Dreamhack event that's being held here in France as well, so the turnout is amazing. But this is hype, man. This is it. HellRaisers now in the mix. They've picked up the round, and now they get to actually have the guns to work with to start putting some more pressure on Fnatic. We'll see. Anything is possible in CS. That's the beauty of it. That's what makes it so exciting to watch.
That was a dead-on grenade. JW kind of caught it, and it fell out of his hands and exploded in his feet, so I don't know. That was not comfortable. He only took like 41 damage from it, but it's still a pretty good grenade. Just forcing him back a tiny bit. Bunch of SMGs here on the HellRaiser side, but the P90 is pretty good against armor as well. It just, you know, you can't really run and gun people down.
Oh, it's disgusting, that gun right now. You get less money for the kills, though, so that's why sometimes people are a little leery of buying it, because you only get the 300. You don't get the 600 that you do with the other SMGs.
Yeah.
And that's the whole power of the SMGs, right? Just getting this big boost to your economy, as Adrian will find out soon enough. He makes some money there by the kill onto JW. Doja attempting to get a shot on the man holding into library. But slowly but surely, HellRaisers are clearing out these angles. Only problem is they're taking quite some time with it. And now Fnatic, they've committed. And Krebs is going to get a shot on Angel through the smoke.
Oh, no, inside the bomb site. Oh, they find Olofmeister. Very important kill. Otherwise, that could have been really ugly. 25 seconds left. The bomb goes down. It's a 3v3. A lot of credit right now to HellRaisers for using so many grenades, even in a round where they're forcing up against, or they're playing up against pistol armor. For the longest time in Counter-Strike, people would try and save all their grenades to try and save, oh, we want to save like $300 to $400, and I really hated that. It was painful to watch, because it meant that these pistol rounds became so much more valuable, much more powerful as well. You see them using Molotovs into library, and also using the smoke in there just to make sure no one could surprise them. Nice shot from Flusha.
Wow, Flusha. Okay, then that's going to make it a bit expensive here for HellRaisers now.
Can I just say how much I enjoy the cameras we have that are like directly in the players' faces? You see how it kind of looks like the siege tanks from StarCraft 1? Like I want someone to caption it now. You know, like Crims or someone, he looks like a siege tank driver anyway.
But they need that cigar, man.
Out, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, they need that cigar in the corner of their mouth, you know, just chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
No, Flusha, you can't hit that with the knife. Well, I mean, right now, you guys can get a good view of the stage as well with those shots, but they are really cool. I'm glad that we can actually have, you know, some improvements in production here. As far as the round is concerned, that's 3 guns saved, 3 Kevlar saved for Fnatic, and an AK as well on Crim. So he's a real threat.
And I think that was from that last kill that Flusha put in at the end. I think he managed to run out. Crim's put in, did you know? He
got it before, basically. And that's when actually Fnatic played it safe. And they're like, well, we've got a gun to work with now in the next round. And Crim's actually backed off to save that rifle. So really clever stuff there.
Oh,
look at how quick Angel is, though.
Look at Crim, so he's down to 17 health. So actually, that is important. He's one of the 3 people with armor. So right now, I'd love to see them. Yeah, they pass on the AK to Olofmeister. That's a very smart choice here. Just making sure, oh, sorry, to Pronax, but they keep passing it on to whoever has the armor. And that's what they should do. But moving up to middle and towards the A bomb site will be HellRaisers. Waiting towards pit is JW currently with a pistol in hand, and Olofmeister's here on Archway. It's a big stack over here.
Yeah, again, Fnatic with the call. Again, they're like, well, HellRaisers aren't going to fake us. We're just going to kind of stack up on A site. And unfortunately, that AK achieves nothing. It does open up for Cribs to be able to get in there, but then they can't get the follow-up. JW fails to get the kill on balcony. And Cribs getting caught at the edge. HellRaisers are getting it done right now.
Moose on point at the moment. That was a great spray down. That's not so easy. That many people coming out of different angles, especially with the AKs. If you had an M4A1, sure, you can transfer the spray as much as you want, but that is a little bit tricky there. 10-8, and now Fnatic can buy. And this is the big test for HellRaisers. If they win this round, this game becomes winnable again. If they lose it, it's hard to see how Fnatic won't just essentially close down this second half here. Crim's trying to take a jump over and spot whoever is behind, and actually this grenade, Angel just making it out. And that was definitely a good call as well.
They have no idea where Crim's is shooting from. Look at that. Crim's still 100 HP, even after a full clip into Angel pretty much. So that's not going to help things for HellRaisers in this crucial round, but look at how low they are on nades right now. Fnatic, 3 nades total, a single smoke grenade, and that's on Crim's over on that B site. So this gets very tricky now for Fnatic. It's going to come down to the straight-up rifles, the straight-up nades. They mess up the nade, and Flusha goes for the counter HE. He's not going to tag anybody, however, but look at JW. He's been boosted up, dodges the flash, but then Doja checks the angle.
Nice and thorough work there. 45 seconds. The one big downfall of HellRaisers last time they were playing T-side on this map was how many rounds that they left up to essentially sub 20 seconds before they started pushing. So I don't want to see them repeat that mistake. I want to see them push. If they push around 20, 25, that's okay, but lower than 20, that's when things get way too painful, and one mistake will cost you the whole round. So now we're at 25 and counting. The bomb is making its way back. It's in the middle. This is some madness right here. Like, this is CIS Counter-Strike at its absolute most entertaining, but also most dangerous, really. They're moving their way back here. 14, 13, 12 seconds now as they try and get into the A bomb site, and 1 kill here on the bomb carrier, and the round is done. Kucha going to go down there, and actually Flusha will drop the bomb, and that's it. The round is over. There's nothing that the last 2 members can do. Adrem will pick up the kill on Flusha, and they lose the round anyway. We say it here, and it pops up there.
And there you have it. Yeah, exactly. This is what we saw all day long through the group stage versus Titan and Fragment Mousers in that best of 3 that they played online. This is just something. These are like growing pains that HellRaisers are going through because they are trying to make changes. They are trying to go for a more well-thought-out T side. But because of that, it's taking them longer to get onto those bomb sites. They're not as fluid yet with their game. So Fnatic, that's the issue. As soon as they spot a weakness like that, they are not a team that will fail when it comes to that last-minute clutch spray down or shot. Fnatic, if they spot your bomb carrier with 10 seconds left, he's a goner unless he's got somebody there to back him. And unfortunately, this time around, HellRaisers were not able to do it. And look at Crims again, going for that cheeky spray. This time, however, wow, they actually trade pretty much dead on fair. Crims brings it back, and Doja and Crims basically exchanging shots. Nobody going down, but a lot of damage being dealt.
At least now HellRaisers know what that play is about. I mean, I think they probably have encountered it in practice, but if not, then they've been reminded now, okay, when that smoke is up, we got to look on top. There's someone going to be up there, which is actually huge. I mean, if Fnatic keep doing it, you can very easily pre-fire someone who's up there, and that the whole play is kind of gone.
Right now, I mean, HellRaisers are actually doing a pretty good job of applying the pressure to Fnatic. That's JW getting tagged down at mid. Now HellRaisers starting to move their way up T. They've got players holding on short as well. They could take that shoulder peek, and they do. JW spots him out as well, so we'll see when they decide to set up, if they decide to go for the push through here, HellRaisers.
It's a must-win round for the Terrorist team. If they lose this round here, they're going to be ecoing, and Fnatic will bounce up to 13 rounds, maybe even more than that. Olofmeister, the very important kill on Angel, and it's going to be about 25 seconds left. Now, they're going to push a little bit faster this time, and I'm liking it, but Mo goes down anyway. JW will fall to Adren, and now it's down to a 3v4. They got to take care of Pronax in the pit here. They know where he is. They're trying to swarm him, and there it is. Kucha picks up the kill. Now a 3v3. Olofmeister gets one guy in Graveyard. The bomb is being planted with 10 seconds left, and this is very winnable here for HellRaisers. Flusha's got the health, but he's also got a P90, and no grenades on anyone on this server now.
And there's the shot from Kucher as well, holding in that pit. He finds that angle. Flusha is here, and there it is. Doja up close, sneaks through that smoke, and takes out the last Fnatic player. HellRaisers win the key round that they absolutely had to get done.
Those extra 10 seconds meant they could spend the time killing Pronax in pit. It really is just a question of 5 to 10 seconds that makes the difference. That's all the time they needed, and then they were ready for it. So I really hope they're making a mental note and saying, all right, that's the timing. 25 seconds and now then we go. No later than that, and we're good. It's 11-9 now. Fnatic leading a 2-round lead here, but they have to eco. HellRaisers could do some damage right now. This is actually a good performance from HellRaisers right now.
Yeah, this is far from over. This is definitely very, very far from over right now. This is now HellRaisers being able to walk up here, get control of top banana. They're going to just clear their way in here. Crim's putting some shots through on CT. And Angel spots that. He knows where it's coming from, and he was looking to see if he couldn't flush somebody out into the open from behind new boxes with a Molotov there. And he knows now. He's just going to go for the run and gun, make a little bit of money here on his side. He'll be pretty pleased with that. HellRaisers just working their way up onto this B bomb site, and there isn't really a whole lot that Fnatic can do about it with the USPs like this, especially when they're getting smoked out of the site. Last man here is Pronax, who has any kind of weaponry to work with, and unfortunately he fluffs the spray, and Kucher has time to go for the Glock.
Great stuff. HellRaisers need to stay alive with all these weapons. I mean, this is really, really good work on their part. Flusha, the last man standing. For a moment, it seemed like Angel was sort of turning his back to whoever was shooting through the smoke. Kind of like, you know, like an Armadon play from Dota 2. Just like, just shoot me in the back if you want. Shoot me in the back.
Does he have quills that come like flying out? Exactly, like quills are just going to start flying out every 3 shots. And
yeah, you know, it's the special kind of Kevlar that you can buy.
It's like when cannonballs, you know, get shot into wooden ships. All of a sudden, you got those splinters flying all over the place. There you go. Did I just call him a wooden ship? Yes, I did. Angel's beautiful. Oh, look at this huge venue and everybody here. So sick. What a turnout for this weekend.
Yeah, this is not even the French team playing yet, and yet people have shown up. It's sort of in the middle of the day, and it's really nice weather outside, so you can really fool people if they wanted to you know, have a baguette outside instead, but they're in here watching Counter-Strike. 10-11. HellRaisers continue to fight, and Fnatic continue to not have rifles here. There's a double eco coming out from the Swedish team, and this is a very serious sign for Fnatic that they're not joking around here. They don't want to go for a crazy force-up. If they felt like this was a rollover and they could just do this, definitely they would have bought already, but they're taking this seriously.
And JW said that in the groups yesterday, exactly. You know, he mentioned that earlier where he's like, well, yeah, we kind of deactivated because we already thought that we had the map, right? And we're seeing it happen again. Fnatic now have developed this tendency when they get into a huge lead, it's hard for them to get there, to keep that focus, that killing edge that will allow them to just close out that map in a dominant fashion, especially when they're up against an underdog team. And once again, we're seeing that now where Fnatic are having to put themselves in check and actually start taking this game seriously again. It is not over until you've got 16 rounds on the board, Flusha.
Those are why are you fighting with 1 health? Flusha took you down to 1 health with 1 shot through the smoke, and he still picks up 2 kills. This is the kind of dojo logic that I feel like this is what we need to talk to Duncan about. Where does that come in? It works, but not, I mean, that is crazy.
Yeah.
He could just call for a teammate and say, there are a couple of unarmored targets out here, do you want to come help out? But he still wants to fight it. Madness all around. 11-11, the money is decent on HellRaisers. It's bad on Fnatic, but at least it's a buy. And it's JW with the AWP as well. Olofmeister, I think, is currently top fragging, at least on his team, with 17 kills. So definitely high impact for him.
Yeah, and that was also with Flusha and Crims basically doing the work at the beginning. But what a flick, what a magnificent shot from JW to start. That's Angel, who's been doing a lot of the B work early on. Now Crims has actually got control of this angle. Well, JW rather has got control of the angle with the help of Crims. It's going to be Pronax to pick out Kucher, however, and that is basically the big risk now being taken here by HellRaisers. They know that they're a man down, that they have to try and make something happen here to shake up Fnatic, to not let them get comfortable. Doesn't work with Kucher, but it does with Adrian. He's able to take out Olofmeister, the raid boss.
Oh my god, they need some really good kills here to make this work. Mu is going to go down. JW is in the perfect place at the perfect time to pick up that kill. And now it's a question, I think, for HellRaisers, because they can still buy next round. They got to make this expensive for Fnatic. They can't let them get away with 4 rifles. They need to kill at least 2 members here. Make it so that they only survive with 2. And obviously, most of all, if they can get that AWP away from JW, that would be huge.
And now you see Adrian, the focus on his face as well. Right now, he knows it's going to be split seconds here, basically. 21 HP on him. He's allowed no mistakes, and he gets picked up. There's the side. Doja holding that AWP from Mu. Gets flanked by JW, who goes for the peek into mid. Perfect timing there from Fnatic, and they win the key round with 3 players alive at the end of it as well. So they're going to be able to carry on, drop a couple of guns, but maintain that money on the up and up, and that's what's so important now for Fnatic. They need to generate that cushion if they're going to lock this map out.
That 1 round means that even if HellRaisers win this next one, Fnatic will probably put together some sort of force. That's what it means. So really tricky position here. HellRaisers able to buy 1 more time, but you can tell on the scoreboard there, 2 of them, Mu and Angel, are very low on health, and it's not going to be easy. Double grenade down from the back there. Yeah, that's from new boxes, and Mu is down to 37. That's well worth the investment.
Yeah, and you delay that as well because you're waiting at bottom banana for those nades to come down that go to top banana into the pillars, and then it's like, guess what? These nades go straight on top of you. Here's the punish, and look at this very quick B take here from HellRaisers. Crims burns him alive. Angel is gone, and it is going to be HellRaisers. He's kind of caught in a box though, Crims. He can't actually get out of there, so he's stuck behind second boxes. A little bit of damage being taken, but Flusha's there to help out. Crims gets picked, and now it's down to Olofmeister on spools. Picks up the first one, goes leaping for the second headshot, and they have managed to defend the B site successfully here, Fnatic.
Pronax in the middle to pick up the last kill. Great cinematic move, almost sort of Hollywood style from Olofmeister, jumping over from the coils right into yellow, and that will be a pretty wonderful double kill indeed. Look at this.
Yeah, this is sick by Olof. He's just like, look at that air control.
13-11, and moving into the 25th round. HellRaisers put together 1 more, and this is sort of a force bias. We said 2 of them couldn't really buy a lot, so Tech 9 is what they go for instead. But now we're into the must-win round. Otherwise, they're going to have a really tricky situation on their hands. They try for the aggression top banana, but Adren is going to go down.
I was wondering if JW was actually going to put that behind the wood stacks, but it doesn't matter. He finds the kill anyways, and he's even looking like for another one here. He could actually catch it. 2 players there. He spots it. No, he's going aggressive, and that's going to be too much. Moo up close, catches him off guard, and now Moo has an AWP to work with.
He keeps running in. His team isn't with him. This is just single-handedly trying to find the opening on someone. Flashbang goes in just in time to save him. And a follow-up flash, and now he's going to think better of it. Wait a minute, we're in a 3v3. I don't have to sacrifice myself. We actually have the advantage, technically speaking. So, falls back a little bit. If they can pick Olofmeister here, that would be
the master play.
Yeah.
That would open up the A site completely. So Olof now, and the timing that he gets out of there as well. That's right as Doja comes around that corner, peeking that angle, so they still don't have any info as to where Olofmeister is holding from. He's going to get back into a bit of a secure position here in pit. Start looking towards short and Moo. What a shot!
That's a great pick. Imagine if he had gone down at B, suddenly that wouldn't be possible. So glad he managed to rethink that situation. Now, very likely going to be around for HellRaisers. This retake is very hard for Fnatic right now. Got one smoke maybe to try and play with. Moo playing by the pillar here, and they're going to be walking right in front of him any second. Can they see the gun barrel? He walks out, almost a double kill. Going for another one. It's a quad kill from the Kazakhstanian player, and HellRaisers, they bring it back a little bit more. Fnatic can put together one more buy here, but if they lose, all of a sudden HellRaisers could win this map. It's going to be 12-13 now. This is a sick round for Moo.
And that's what we were talking about. Look at that Moo right now. Not top ranking, but tied for it with Kocher for HellRaisers.
Yeah, and Crims has got 21 kills. They're both almost outplaying Crims and Olofmeister.
It's like neck and neck right now between these two teams, but Moo in particular, man, we were talking about him just joining up with this roster. He's the new full-time opera for HellRaisers, and he is just coming in fine style, playing against the best team in the world on land in a semifinal in front of a crowd. Everything basically that you're looking for from a new player as far as where the high-pressure situations are going to be. Is he going to be able to step up? He's doing it in fine style.
And you've got to wonder now, what would have happened if HellRaisers had even a halfway decent first half? If instead of 5 rounds, they had 6 or 8, that would have been very interesting. JW waiting close with the mag 7. It's almost like Aiden could taste the danger right there. It's like something is wrong. I have to get away from here. Now JW does peek in, and that's a quick kill. All the pellets connecting, and that will be Adren gone immediately. Now the clock is running low. 40 seconds. They've already proven to themselves once that pushing past 25 seconds is not a good idea. See if they remember this time around. They are setting up for something over at middle. 30 seconds left, which means too late to run back to B now. They kind of have to commit to it. JW's up here, puts another round through and does some good damage, but Kucha with the return. Pronax is down, JW is down as well. Doja gets picked off, Flusher sprays, he gets 1, he gets 2, has to reload, pistols out, looking for a 3rd kill, but they take him out. It's a 2v2, and now the bomb not going to go down yet. 10 seconds, Olofmeister tries to see if he can do a little bit more, and he will. Good double kill from Olofmeister, and Fnatic gonna reclaim that bomb side. HellRaisers so close, but not close enough.
The close play there by Flusho. What a king play to come in at the last second and get the crucial 2 kills that will allow his teammates to come in and retake that site. He nearly took the 3rd as well, and it was just easy peasy there for the remaining members of Fnatic rotating over from that B site to clear it up for HellRaisers to crumble there nearly at the end. Look at the situation they're in. They can only afford to go for 2 AKs. The rest of them, just so they have some nades to work with, they have to go for pistols. This is brutal now for HellRaisers. So close to bringing it back.
So close and yet so far, because if they lose this round, Fnatic are basically going to get it for free. This is so close at the moment, you're right. There's a good double entry coming in from Moo and 1 from Adren. Angel will fall in the mix, but now inside, Pronax has to cover so many angles. If they speed up behind this, how is he possibly going to stay put? And he won't. Adren will pick it up. There's Pronax going down and a double kill for the other Kazakhstanian player on this team here. Now it's JW and Crims left, 2v4 for the retake, but Fnatic have to think, if we lose these rifles, we have next to nothing. We have to kind of save, and they're going to run for it. 14-13 here, HellRaisers, if they can get these rifles away, be golden, but they don't have that much money themselves to sink into any kind of big hunt. If they lose these rifles, that's also a big deal. And JW doing a good job already here. Yeah,
and that gets really scary now, because you know the AWP is over in CT spawn. These are long-range shots that JW is going to have an advantage in. And now, yeah, HellRaisers, they're also very low. It's good that you bring that up because it's just turned into this tit-for-tat kind of play. But you got to give it to the play, to the aggressive take on T side, of the fact that they're able to get those kills so quickly, going up T towards the A site. Just incredible aggression coming out here from HellRaisers. That desperation move. And sometimes, you know, it's your last breath. You go for the lunge, and you do catch the guy in the gut. Because now Fnatic, they're going to be in a very awkward position.
But I feel like HellRaisers specifically is a team that has completely lacked the ability to do that kind of play. They've just said, oh, let's just continue to play standard and lose the game slowly. They've really had a hard time sort of breaking out of their comfort zone and saying, okay, now we have to go all in. And that's what they're doing right now. It's really great to witness it. JW getting sprayed down, Angel! What an opening through the smoke and through the car. It's going to be the sniper gone from Fnatic.
Wolfmeister's now got it, though, so they managed to hold on to it. There is no, like, edge there that HellRaisers can pick up. They can't give an AWP over to Mo. Mo, however, who's holding on to that AK, so they've actually got some firepower over here. They're going to be quick on their toes with these rifles for HellRaisers. That's going to be the big thing here, because right now it seems like they've got, I mean, they clearly feel like they've got this. And one thing that we have to point out as well is that Fnatic have forced up on this round. They've spent their money. They've fully committed. 5-7s in Kevlar, P250 as well on Flusha. I mean, they really have to get it done right here, Fnatic. This is not a gamble. They're looking to close out the game right now and not to allow this to get up to overtime.
And this is where mid-round calling wins you the game. Pronax is going to get taken out as well. Adren with that kill. Wolfmeister falls. HellRaisers, they're about to tie the score, and maybe more than that. This upcoming round for Fnatic is going to be brutal. They might have to fight for overtime if it keeps going like this. Down in the pit as well. Flusha is under heavy fire. Ends up going down to Kucha. And Crims will be the last man standing. He has to run away with the AK.
And this is a catastrophe.
What a godlike performance from HellRaisers right here in the semifinals.
This is a complete and utter catastrophe. It's a complete switch as well on what we expect from Fnatic. The fact that Fnatic right now aren't able to deliver the kills, aren't able to come through on their CT side, a team that built their legacy on CT sides where they were just indomitable. They would shut you out completely on the map, just take an incredible number of rounds, every single CT half that they got. And here they are, giving up rounds to HellRaisers, a team that have never been a threat to them.
I mean, this is a team, as Duncan was saying earlier, where the core of the team has essentially just been undergoing one long gradual decline since the middle of 2013. It's just been down and down and down. And now all of a sudden they seem really on point. Mo with a jump into the middle, picks off Flusha. A stunning opening frag here on the captain for Fnatic. And it's going to be another great entry frag here. Fnatic lose this round. They'll have next to nothing for the 30th round.
They still don't have any nades. They still don't have any nades to work with. So this is the issue here for Fnatic. This is what makes these kinds of force buys so desperate. It's just that they really are throwing luck to the wind because you desperately need those incendiaries. You need those smokes to lock people out of the bomb sites.
And HellRaisers know what it's like. They play the whole first half exactly in this position. And they eventually came up with the answer, which was aggressive movement. Just try and shut them down, because you can't wait around on the other side of all these grenades. And you can see Fnatic using their last smoke here, 40 seconds. This is going to be rough now. Waiting over at second mid. And it's going to be 35 seconds. The bomb, definitely going to be an A push here.
Bomb is over there, exactly. They've got guys pushed up into T-mid, and they're going to be able to get a second man up there to cover that bomb. Going out through Boiler as well, and Kucher lurking up here, looking for the exit onto balcony. This could very well be the moment. JW holding up close, though. Key position, needs to get the spray, and he's not going to do it. Adrian manages to take him out point blank. However, the man in pit, Pronax with the 5-7, manages to evade death for a moment and flashes them all. He's staying alive as best he can, but with 7 seconds left on the board, they're going to get the bomb plant, and this is now HellRaisers, 1 round away from knocking out Fnatic in the first map.
Oh, wow, this is unbelievable. Crims now comes around the corner, and that will be match and map point here for HellRaisers. They're going to take it to the 30th round against the best team in the world on Inferno. Wow, this is really something, isn't it? 25 kills on Mu, the newcomer to the team. Kucha at 23. He's not normally the star player either, but he's had basically the performance of a lifetime here. And now we'll have to see if Fnatic can put an end to it. They've got C-set 75s, they got 2 5-7s, and a bunch of grenades. So they are really, I mean, if they can count on HellRaisers to play slow, all these grenades can definitely win the round for Fnatic, without a doubt, if they save them. So you've got to keep an eye constantly right now on the grenade count for Fnatic. When it's 40 seconds, they need to have at least one smoke and one Molotov somewhere towards the B bomb site. Otherwise, this is not going to work out.
HellRaisers could actually look to just completely push up there. They just used that smoke in mid as well, so that one is down. We have an Incendiary left on. Flusha Pronax has that smoke and Incendiary over on that A site, however, so there is still some kind of play here from Fnatic to go for. They're trying to hold on to it to the last possible second, and Pronax, going past the 50 seconds mark, he's still got all 3 nades. Just now getting shot around that corner there in apartments. But he still holds on to it. He only threw out the flash. He's still got his smoke.
Yeah. Fnatic, they've identified this as well. They really know that these grenades are worth their weight in gold. The later the clock goes, the more they're going to be important. Flashbang up there. JW with a quick peek spots a couple of people out. Still 2 people holding B, which means the defense is somewhat light here on A, but Pronax with the opening. They're fighting for overtime at the moment, and Angel has gone down. Now 20 seconds, and HellRaisers, where's that bomb? They need to move now. They're going to run out of time. Doja sneaking up behind. He's in shot from the pit. Oh no, HellRaisers once again. 10 seconds left. It's done. They can't do it, and it's overtime. Fnatic, they bring it back. What a crazy round. And what, I mean, a super well-played round from Fnatic. They saved so many grenades, even past way down to 30 seconds, they still had grenades.
Incendiary thrown at 30 seconds by Pronax. No time wasted at all. As far as they're concerned, they were just like, whatever. If they come at us, we're screwed anyway. So we're just going to take the huge risk and make HellRaisers sweat until the very last second. And that is it also. There's the experience at play. The difference between being the best in the world and just being an up-and-coming underdog is, can you close that match? It's not until Fnatic actually have their backs to the wall that they're able to make it count and take this to overtime. So they're not done yet in this first map. HellRaisers, though, that's going to be so frustrating. Are they going to be able to keep the same level after this bit of a soft reset between normal time and going into the overtime?
It's where you really wish that HellRaisers had put some time into that round, into forcing Fnatic to use the grenades earlier, right? Run into, so actually all the way past top banana, but a little bit into B bomb site, fire a couple of shots, throw a couple of grenades out, make them use the grenades so that they think something is going on. But because they've been playing so defensively, Fnatic were just waiting around for a long time, and they felt quite safe doing it as well. Now in the overtime, which is MR3, which means the first team to get 19 rounds here will walk away with the victory on the first map. Fnatic have 10,000 starting money. They can buy all the grenades. This reset is huge for the Swedish team. It's really going to help them a lot.
Because you see a lot of teams, you know, they're able to put up a fight in normal time, but then that mental reset comes through and it just kind of clicks off in their brain where they were able to battle in regular time. They feel like they can barely do it, but then they get into overtime, and that's where it really is the difference, right? It comes down to experience, because now you've played 30 rounds, but how much experience do you have playing the full set, right? Going into an overtime, a full set of overtime rounds on the stage in a semifinal playoff match like that. Fnatic have that experience. HellRaisers, they really haven't had much chance at it. So now, can they actually keep their cool here and keep up with the game plan that worked so well for them during the first 30?
They need that opening frag at some point here. Again, Fnatic saving those grenades for a long time. JW going to be taking down Adrian here. It's a nice early frag for the Swedes. JW now up in apartments looking there. The angle could not possibly be better. He misses the shot anyway.
He had scopes.
And another one. What?
He unscoped on the first one. Talk about the worst possible timing ever. And now he's trying to force it, but again, he unscopes it. Now Angel is actually trying to sneak forward into Arch, but Flusha waiting on the other side of that smoke, not going to allow that to happen. JW's actually boosted himself up on the boxes, and this time he takes the shot, and it misses yet again. But Pronax takes out Mo, and this is now looking like basically Coach is being the last man alive, only to fall to Pronax. But one thing to note is that once again, HellRaisers, the clock was red. They were down to 10 seconds or less.
And Fnatic has saved so many grenades till the very end again. I really feel like now it has to be a combination. I don't mind them playing late into the round, but it has to be aggression early on. It has to put pressure on Fnatic, make them use more smokes and more grenades than they want to. And then if they want to play back, fall back and play it slow, they can. They could also just try and speed up entirely and actually catch Fnatic off guard, although that is maybe like the more obvious play, which Fnatic will probably be thinking about all the time. They're thinking, when are they going to switch the style? And you can see they're playing quite safe on the Swedish side as well.
They aren't really taking too many peeks right now. And look at this. So they went ahead, put down the smoke basically at top banana so that that man can hold alone. That is Crims. And now they've rotated 4 players over here. So if HellRaisers try and go for the change of pace, if they try to go aggressive, they're going to get naded down. They're going to get shot because there's an extra man over here. Angel does win the duel versus Olafmeister over on Arch, but then 2 guys rotating over here to fill that gap, and Flusha finds the headshot on Angel.
Yeah, they're coming in through Kucha, gonna go for the kill. He can't get it. Pronax with a double instead, and that's a quick flick from Pronax, covering 2 different angles and leaving Adrian, 1v3 here. And not a lot of chance to do anything. The bomb is down over towards the pit as well. Yeah, he could get a kill, but then he should be going down any second. Oh my god, it's a double kill! He takes down JW and Pronax both! What? Now he's got a real shot at doing this. Crims coming in from library, waiting in little pit. And he's going to pick up the bomb here. Goes for the plant. Crims will hear it once and actually fakes it out. Adren sprays down. Crims is very low on health. One bullet here is going to do it. This would be the ultimate clutch here from Adrian. Clutch of a lifetime is what's coming up for him. Bomb goes down and now Crims knows. This is awful. Fnatic, they could break their back right now. Molotov in. Crims, the flashbang to follow up. Adrian waiting inside the site. This is a big round coming in. Flashbangs out again. Adrian actually goes for a reload in the middle of all of it, but time's running out. Crims has to go fast, otherwise he's going to run out of time entirely. He's still trying to spray through the box, and Adrian is playing this positionally like a god, and there's the kill. HellRaisers pick up one round over time on T side. What a performance. That was a quad kill, I believe, from Adrian.
Quad kill at the end. Quad kill at the end, starting at Arch and then working his way all the way around to clear out the A site. And then a 1v1 clutch versus one of the very best players in the world right now. That is an achievement.
That's one of the sickest clutches of 2015 yet. That is absolutely a godlike performance. You know, 1v3 like that, you're not just sneaking into a bomb site and picking off two people like that is so hard to do.
And killing the man in pit in particular, that right there was the kill of the match pretty much. And now JW misses it. He overstates, I mean, basically overextends on that flick and goes right past Angel with the crosshair. And HellRaisers, they keep up the pressure. 17 rounds, it's a real possibility now that they have this advantage to work with. Crims actually managing JW's AWP there as well, not making sure that it doesn't land in enemy hands. Mo, though, he had the money. He's got that AWP, actually, so it's not going to be a problem for him. And look at this boost. Not every day that we see this boost, but unfortunately for him, Crims is not holding in a position where he's going to get picked off from it.
Yeah, still a good idea. I mean, those are the kind of things we want to see tried more and more and more. Because HellRaisers is going to be waiting until it's 20 seconds. Might as well do something with the minute that's left on the rest of the round. Double up setup, though, from Fnatic, obviously hard to deal with. That is one of their really powerful tools as well. And they're going to be going for B this time around. And it will be Flusher and Crims holding over here. So one AWP, one AWP, and one Molotov. Crucially, that one from Flusher is going to be big. And there it goes, 28 seconds. They kind of have to push through, otherwise they're really going to be low on time. There's a lot of Molotovs raining in from the T side as well. And now the Molotov is gone. 19 seconds, 18 seconds. Where's that bomb plant? Adren going to pick up the one kill there on Crims. That's a huge pickoff. And Flusher waiting inside the smoke, tries to escape. He's going to go down to Doja. 10 seconds, and the bomb will go through. Well timed from HellRaisers.
What a magnificent thing of beauty this round. We'll talk about it more because right now it's not over yet. Pronax, Olofmeister bringing it back to a 2-on-2 somehow. There's the swap. Olofmeister has to reload, and they're both crouching in the back corner, but there's no nades here for Fnatic. It's going to come down to good old elbow grease, and they manage to trade 1-for-1. Pronax now the last man alive versus Doja, goes running up, and it's not meant to be. Doja will pick up the round, but what an execute from HellRaisers with so little time. That number of nades, and then also the pre-fire on like the one spot Crims could be holding. Yeah. It's just tap that with that AK. In case he peeks out, there was nothing Crims could do to stop them from getting up onto that bomb site.
And that trick at the end there is actually a mind game that was used a lot in the beginning of Global Offensive. It's sort of worn down. Now we only see it every once in a while. But when you hold two in the dark corner like that, instinctively, you kill one person there, you're going to be looking for the other one somewhere else. Even though everyone at this level knows that there could be two there, you just, you know, this kind of pressure, you're going to be looking somewhere else. So a little bit of an advantage for Doja, I think, as well as probably just getting that spray down was a little bit easier for him then. 17-16, 2 rounds for HellRaisers CT side, and they will have done it.
And it's feasible. I mean, both of these teams struggled with their CT play, so we're not going to beat around the bush here. Fnatic are definitely not out of this yet. And HellRaisers, now they've got the momentum mentally. They've got the confidence, and this game all comes down to confidence. And there we go. They've already changed it up, what they struggled with in the first half. Now they go for the aggression banana. They take control, and Flusha is overwhelmed. What was I saying earlier? That Flusha was just being put up there alone. If somebody pushes out from HellRaisers, he could get simply cut off. Yeah. And that's exactly what happens.
Angel and Doja remember that it was the aggression on banana that saved them, essentially. That was what won them a couple of rounds. I'm really, really happy that they're putting so much into it here.
They're coming into their own.
They're not just sort of playing out the rounds as they go. They're really putting some thought into this. And Move been covering well over by Archway here as well. Going to be hard for them to make a breakthrough. He's been on point so far. Counter Molotov out. And a bit of a flashbang over towards Quad. Now, That's a nice jump through from Pronax. That might catch someone, but I think they spotted him actually. Yeah, they saw that. Nice move from Pronax. I really love it, but Angel actually sees it just in time, goes for the spray fight, and ends up winning it. So now it's a double opening, actually triple opening there from the HellRaisers team. They're shutting down Fnatic, and it's going to be match and map point in favor of HellRaisers here. JW, not a chance. No bomb. 20 seconds. Has to run away.
Yes, this
would be essentially an apocalyptic upset if this happens. HellRaisers beating Fnatic on LAN in a semi-finals on Inferno.
Yeah, that would be it. And what a start to the series as well that would be. I mean, we're talking about how this is essentially going to be the map for Fnatic and that HellRaisers will have to win at all costs on Overpass. If HellRaisers were to win on Inferno, going into Overpass, it's going to be a complete role reversal. It's going to be Fnatic just desperately trying to battle to stay alive in this best-of-3 to get into the grand finals. And this is also the beauty of CS at this point right now. It just seems like at the top of the food chain, it is so close between these teams.
But what is so nuts is I wouldn't have considered HellRaisers at anywhere near the top of the food chain in Counter-Strike, but they have really just overwhelmed. They're pushing aggressive, and Fnatic get caught. Olofmeister goes down. HellRaisers, they're doing it. It's going to be a 2v3 now. JW alone and very low on health. 30 health left in a 1v2. This is a godlike move from HellRaisers. There's the confidence. We wanted aggression. Okay, let's go all in. Pushing mid, pushing banana. And what could he possibly do to bring it out of this one?
Just take it away from them. Just take it away. And now with 2 members left, I mean, JW, he's all alone. He's got a minute, so he has calmed down a little bit. And at this point now, he's just trying to sow a little bit of confusion in the HellRaisers ranks. But the HellRaisers right now, they're going for the catch-all. Excuse me, they're going for the catch-all approach. 1 man on each site. So this is still feasible for JW. All he has to do is walk into a site and entry with an AWP. You're talking about one of the kings, one of the best in the world at doing just this with the sniper rifle.
It wasn't that long ago in Cologne that we saw Na'Vi win that tournament down there and ended up beating a bunch of top teams. I mean, this is almost like the rise of CIS Counter-Strike, and it's been a long time. We have to go all the way back to essentially 1.6 since we last saw that, but it may really happen here. 25 seconds, JW about to walk into the bomb site, puts out a shot there. They know definitely where he is. Bomb plant inside, and right around the corner, Angel's going to be sneaking out. He's ready and waiting, and here it comes. HellRaisers, they defeat Fnatic on Inferno.